Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel again. And in today's episode, I'm gonna talk about get inspired by travel. I know many of you guys like traveling as well because we always got relaxed, we always got like mindfulness, we always got some inspirations while we were traveling to other places, no matter it's still in the same country or when it's outside of the country. And in today's episode, I invite a guest as usual to talk about her experience and my experience together and how we got inspired by traveling. So for those people who ever watched the previous episode about those dramas at work, you must be really familiar with the people who actually sit beside me right now, and her name is Kiki.
Hi, I'm Kiki.
Hello Kiki.
Hey, Luna.
We actually got our drinks.
Cheers.
So yeah, it's gonna have an afternoon tea talk. It's actually alcohol because Kiki really loves alcohol. Anyways, so the reason I invite her is because she really travels a lot, and you just came back, right?
Yeah, I just came back from a short trip with
Super
in
busy,
Europe.
flying everywhere around the world.
My mom.
And then and she's flying again somewhere in November.
Yeah.
Yeah, to attend her relative's wedding.
Yeah.
So I'm so jelly though.
You can come with me.
Yeah, the reason, like I said, the reason I invite her is because she has so many experience like traveling together, traveling alone, and then every time when she come back from the trip, she always got inspired. And today she's gonna share her experience with us. And so just name it wherever you traveled before.
The States, and I've been to Norway, Sweden, and then basically the Western Europe. Like France, Italy, and England, and yeah, basically it.
Yeah, so like, I don't know if you guys know that we're actually in Vancouver right now, and then but I didn't take my university here in Vancouver. I was from Edmonton, and besides the places she mentioned just now, I also have been to like Calgary, I've been to like Montreal, like East Coast of Canada and the States, and I also went to Southeast Asia. Yeah, so later we're gonna just share all the experience together. So just tell me, what's the most amazing journey you had like for your past 20-something years?
Well, I'm 12 only, so actually I love traveling because I think that traveling can really broaden your views, and then you can learn lots of things from different people and different cultures.
That's true.
Yeah, because maybe you know that maybe I've been to the Netherlands for 4 months because I was doing an exchange program with my school. So I lived in Amsterdam for 4 months, and then I got the chance to go to different cities and different countries in Europe. I was living in Amsterdam, and then there, like the dormitory where I stayed, was next to a museum called Anne Frank House. For those of you who didn't know that, that was a museum that's it's like a museum for World War II because Anne Frank was a little girl, and then she wrote a diary about her life during the war. So lots of people, they were lining up, like every day I can see from a window, lots of people lining up in front of the museum, and I just feel like this city is really different from Vancouver because
Very historical, hey, by the way you talk.
Yeah, and because I think Europe has lots of history and lots of culture that are so different from from like Canadian or like American culture,
North American
culture, and Chinese or like Asian culture for sure. And the buildings, they're so different, and the people, they bike every day. Like biking is a very important way of transportation in Europe and in Amsterdam, in Denmark too as well, I think. I think what I learned is that I find the peace actually. I'm not saying that the city is really quiet, not busy. There were lots of tourists there, of course, but after living in Vancouver for so long, I feel like this place is really I feel like I just need some change. That's why I chose to do an exchange program, and then just get some new blood in my life.
Actually, I totally understand you because when I was on my second year, so that time I live in international house, so we have so many people that they come from Europe, they do the exchange program in Canada. So I met him, and I had a really close friend, and he's Spanish. It's really funny that time, like I was trying to apply for the similar program as you, but exchange to Madrid, and then he is actually from that university. But I ended up didn't going for like many reasons because I got a summer job offer, and I just decided to like work first before I do exchange. So I ended up didn't go, and then because even the program I was trying to go is actually his university. So I was like, wow, like interesting. I forgot the university is called. Let me see. Like it's
Canada?
Called, no, it's in Spain. Because when he.
Oh, you're gonna make it, right?
Yeah, like cause it's called like the Universidad Pontificia de Comillas.
Wow,
so
Spanish.
Yeah, it's Spanish. I learned Spanish for you. So like, I feel a little bit pity, especially after I heard she like described her exchange program. So for those of you who are still at university, if you want to do the exchange program, go for it. Go for it. You will never regret. And then because after you graduate, you won't really get a chance to do the exchange program that often.
You have to work.
You have to work, and then like working in other countries is always harder than if you study in other countries. So tell me, what did you like inspired by this trip, this journey?
Like it's like I always know that it's always like it's really important for you to respect other people, respect other cultures. But then me as an outsider, well, I am an outsider here as well. But then as like a total foreigner in Europe, in Amsterdam, because there were lots of Asian there, I feel like it's really important to get to know the culture, and then just don't judge people that easily by their appearance or something like that. And it's really a good way to embrace the culture, to know the history of the country by traveling to this place and live there for more than a month, not just to those sites, like go to those places, take a picture and that's it. I don't think that's a good way.
Because you actually live there for really long. I mean, not that long, but still like long enough for exchange program. So you got to know the people there, you got to know their culture, you got to know like how people live there, basically like for example, we have all saying if you want to go row, if you want to know row, you always have to live like a Roman people.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's what I mean. Like you always need to think of how they think. That's why you got inspired by this trip.
Because I was quite sad when I went to actually I know it's not a bad idea to just go for 15 days or go to different countries, but if you really wanted to know this country, you cannot just take a picture without knowing what the statue was called or like what the museum and what was in the museum. Like don't go for the Mona Lisa, right? In Paris, just
don't be like when people mention what do you think of Paris and you just know Mona Lisa, or you just know wherever the avenue is good for shopping or this kind of thing.
I mean, you can shop everywhere, not
the price
like, you pay for the flight, not just for taking pictures to show off, but to know the culture. That's my personal ideas.
Go deeper for the trip. Go deeper. For my experience, since you mentioned about the exchange program, I'm just gonna talk more about how I feel when I move from one city to Vancouver.
Okay.
Because if we just mention about like the travel experience, I mean everyone knows like, how Disney look like, how Universal Studio looks like, how the beach looks like, or those just the landmark, the popular landmark. Yeah. So I was in another province in Canada for 4 years, and then after I graduated, I decided to move to Vancouver. But when I just come to Vancouver, I actually had the reverse culture shock. For those people who doesn't know reverse culture shock, I'm just going to mention a little bit here. It's something like, because Vancouver is more international, so you actually have your own like home culture thing here. But for the place where I studied before, it's very, very Canadian society. So because I lived there for 4 years, it's like pretty long. So you got like your values of how the people there, how they look like. It's like pretty similar. But when you move to a place that where you are familiar, somehow you can have the reverse culture shock. So that
go
means
out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, like you're out of comfort zone again. So basically like that. So my experience was really different compared to these two provinces or two cities, because people there is more like how the North Americans live in the past. They're not international, but they're very friendly. They don't know too much about the outside world, but they're living like they like watching ice hockey. Like Amsterdam is so cold, like -40. They sometimes can even just sit outside under -40, drinking a beer, even though this is not beer. And then watching like their favorite hockey. The life there is really peaceful. Everything is so cheap, except for the food, but how much you can spend on the food. So everything is really cheap there, and then people are really peaceful, 9 to 5 job, and yeah, not much like competitions, I would say. But for Vancouver, because everyone come here for
studying,
for work or for something, and then we have more populations here, and then we got more stress out compared to when you live in a small city. But I mean, I like the both experience because it inspired me in different way. Like before, it gave me the inspiration of how Canadians really live in the society. But right now, I got the inspiration of like how different people from different world they live in the same place. Like they teach me different world value of viewing everything.
Yeah, because Canada is really a multicultural country. Like you can see lots of different, cultures here in a really small city.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you get a chance, just always try to, when you're young, like try to live at another place for maybe just 6 months or even longer.
If you have time and if
you
you
will
wanted
feel
to.
really fresh after that. I had a friend, she's a yoga teacher, and then she travel around the world. She teach her yoga. Right now has the program like Yogi Around the World. Like they bring you different where like in the world and teach you yoga class. And then you really got inspiration. You got like fresh air in your mind after. So travel is the same idea. No matter you go for exchange programs or for any reasons, go outside from your comfort zone. You will learn something that is really priceless, and then when you trace back, you will feel wow, like I didn't even know this can make me grow up.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about like where, like the some advice on traveling and then like the cities, when you want to know about the city, the transportation, where to go, and how to book tickets, stuff like that, you can always comment below, and then you can ask us questions about that.
Yeah. And one more thing, we're both original from China, so we welcome you guys all come to China to travel.
China is a huge city for travel lovers.
Yeah, because it's really, really big. It's really bigger than Europe.
Yeah, of course.
Don't take offensive. I'm just So, you guys can also leave a comment about which country or which city you guys travel right now.
Where you're from.
Where you're from. Wherever give you the most inspiration, and then is there any fun journey you would like to share with us? We would like to hear from you guys. So that's all the videos about today, and thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time.
Merci d'avoir regardé. Abonnez-vous à notre vidéo s'il vous plaît.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The snack.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next to check.
Okay. Thank you.
No rush.
Thank you.
Look at this.
We got our afternoon snack.
This is the blueberry tea.
Is it alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I smell alcohol.
And this is the Italian coffee.
She's alcoholic.
No, you're
Seriously.
we're the same. Okay.
50 facts about her. Next time I'm gonna do one. The first one, super alcoholic.
Good.
Smells good. Smell like cinnamon.
Yeah.